Welcome to Virginia Currents. I'm Daphne Maxwell Reed. Recently, we highlighted the football career of Michael Robinson. He was a standout quarterback at Varina High School and Penn State. He was drafted by the 49ers, and he ended his career with the 2014 Super Bowl champs, the Seattle Seahawks, where he played alongside fellow Richmonder quarterback Russell Wilson. Now, Michael moved back to the Richmond area when his NFL playing career ended, but continues to work for the NFL as an analyst. And he covers college football for the Big Ten Network. His friendship with Seahawks Marshawn Lynch was key in his interviews with the media-elusive Beast Mode. Michael will be in Arizona covering the 2015 Super Bowl as his alma mater faces the ultimate gridiron battle with the Patriots. Here now is part 2 of our series on Michael Robinson that looks at the roller coaster journey of his last season with the Hawks.
When you fake this running back, you have a puller coming around to block the outside shoulder. I love Varina, man. Alley defender, outside line. I love Varina. I love the kids that go here. I talk to them all the time about I've encountered the exact same adversity. Do not ever feel like there's not a way out. Do not ever feel like you can't make it. I mean, I ran this track, played on that field. Yeah, and I try to be visible around here as much as possible. Everything going good today, Beast? Wow, yes, my real Rob, that's my baby. I'm just sitting in front of my locker one day in training camp with my camera, and Marshawn just starts dancing, and I start filming. And I said, let me just walk around and just let me see what guys are talking about. At first, some guys will run, obviously. What you got a camera in here for, whatever. But for the most part, guys loved it. And they were just like, man, what you doing this for? I'm like, man, I'm just gonna put it out on my site, man. And I started seeing that the fans loved it. The locker room, that's a sacred place, right?
So yeah, this is my goal. Keep my goals here, keep my schedule here.
From Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah. Still from Richmond.
Yeah, you still from Richmond. Still from Richmond. It wouldn't be times where I wasn't supposed to have the camera. It was during the media time. A lot of times there was other reporters in there, right? And a lot of times the players said nothing newsworthy, as you've probably seen. It's all, personality.
Takes the trophy for best gear of the playoffs.
Just messing around.
We wear helmets. If you're not Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, or Richard Sherman.
He's a predator, and I am not. I am more of optimist.
Nobody sees your face, right? And so I wanted the fans to really know who their Seahawks were. And so the Real Rob Report had his birth.
6 foot.
He's 5'11".
How tall are you?
6'3".
Your body is your investment. I probably, when I was playing in the league, especially in my fullback years, maybe $80,000, $90,000 on just body treatment a year. Chiropractors, hyperbaric chambers, just a lot of doctors, just a lot of things, because you have to keep your body at its top peak condition. I played fullback, right? So, as an offensive lineman, you're only about, 6, 9 inches apart. You can, that collision isn't as much. Whenever I'm in the game, it's at least a 10-yard running full speed collision, whether it's a run, a pass, whatever. And I think that's part of, why you don't see as many fullbacks. Part of why I'm standing here today, is because the league is about safety and it's evolving. I'm just going to more of a passing league to where it's not just that guys running helmet and helmet again. Tom Rathman, a great fullback for the San Francisco 49ers, he was my running back coach the second half of my years there. He told me, a great fullback will only play 8 or 9 years. That's all your body can take.
On the real Mike Rob Report.
I was a fullback in the league, making $2.5, $3 million. That's a lot of money for a fullback, again, who most offenses are phasing out. And I knew that I had a pretty high price tag. I had to be on point. I had to play great football through training camp. And they drafted a guy too. So I knew it. I've been here. They drafted a guy almost every year. The first day of practice, actually, I hurt my ankle. And I actually went into the training room. I said, hey guys, I need something for this. You know what I mean? I need to be on the field. You know what I mean? And I asked for Henderson. I asked for it, you know, because I've taken it before. Ankle wasn't getting better. You know what I mean? But I was still, you know, working, trying to lift and things like that, but I just wasn't feeling like myself. I didn't feel powerful. Before the second preseason game, you know, I came and we were playing the Denver Broncos, ironically, in the second preseason game. And before the game, I told the trainers, I'm gonna come in tomorrow and get fluids because I'm sore, you know, I just feel like I'm getting the flu. And that morning, you know, I used the restroom, and you see blood, you know, that scares you. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking, I'm just really dehydrated, right? And part of me was, this has never happened to me before. I don't even know what this is. I don't feel too terribly. You feel invincible. You're a football player. You're on top of the world. And I was fighting for my job. When I'm playing, I'm about 245 pounds. I was down to, you know, 208, 209 in a week. I ended up getting cut because of it. You know, because I was sick, I wasn't able to be on the field to show a product. I was watching Thursday Night Football. The fullback that they kept got hurt. The rookie that they drafted was already hurt. The game was going off. You can see the players running into the tunnel. Marshawn is calling me. Did they call you? Did they call you yet? You know what I mean? But again, that's my brother. So he's like, I'm getting my brother back. The next day, you know, John Schneider calls. I'm in Arizona. I go in for a physical. I'm sitting on the table for my physical. I get a LA number calls. It's NFL Network. They're like, we're gonna offer you this full-time gig on NFL AM. And I'm like, man, do I wanna go back to a team that cut me? Or do I want to go into television and get on with the rest of my life? They cut me. You go back to a team that said they didn't want you. Right. You know what I mean? And now when they need you, you know, but the relationships in that locker room, all I had to do was think a second about that, and it was a no-brainer.
Okay. No bitterness.
Yeah, no. Well, I asked for the anti-inflam. Yeah, I did not know I had a rare blood trait. I didn't know that. I had a bad reaction to Henderson. That's what the number one kidney specialist in the world said, in the United States, and the number one liver guy in the United States said, man, this is an Henderson-induced reaction. And a big reason why I'm not playing right now is because they told me you can't find a case where somebody has two of these. People only have one. The second one is fatal. We can't stop it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can continue to play and take your Toradol's, and you can continue to play and take all your anti-inflams, but we're not sure what's gonna happen if you have another reaction. So I played last year, 9 games, and then 3 in the playoffs, taking no more than 2 Tylenol. Totally different.
And weren't you dying?
Yeah, it was hurt, but I can't lie, Pete, he understood that on game day I was gonna be that player, that guy. So he kept another fullback on the roster for me to help me with practice. So many guys that I still talk to on that team, San Francisco. Love those guys, Patrick Willis, Frank Gore. So I felt bad for them because I know how hard they work. You know what I mean? But that obviously wasn't outweighed by the joy of winning it with the Seahawks and the guys over there. But there's a shot with me talking to Josina Anderson, crying. Like I just couldn't believe. I'm like, man, we're going to the Super Bowl, really? This year, we're going to the Super Bowl. After I've just nearly died, really. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. It's game day. It's Sunday morning of Super Bowl week.
Hey, down the tunnel, man.
Get ready to go into the biggest game in this profession. I just want to say thank you to all the fans who've been sticking with us, sticking with me personally through this trying year. I want to thank my wife, my mom, you know, my stepfather, my brother, my head coach in high school, Coach Chilcote, who's actually here for the game. I got so much emotions that You know, that's just going through my head. I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm jittery, I'm itchy, you know, all at the same time. A close feeling is kind of when your kids are born. It's not that deep, but it's close. Next time I talk to you, we'll be world champs.
We came up with a little team motto. It's called on the inside of it. Yeah, go ahead, do it for the gram, baby.
I moved back here because, again, this city, this community made me who I am, and I want to give back. I do. I want to. I feel like I owe it to this community. I mean, people always saying thank you, Mike, you know, for Team Excel and for what I do, but I'm like, that's what I'm supposed to do. It's not by mistake that I've made it to this point in my life, and I have to use it. You know, I have to use it to bless other people. See y'all next week.
Michael's Excel to Excellence program helped fund an impressive strength and conditioning center for athletes at Varina High School. Another part of his foundation is the student-athlete academic program called Team Excel. It has grown from 30 students to 97 in 8th, 9th, and 10th grades at Varina High School and John Rolfe Middle School. Team Excel is currently looking to expand even further by adding more schools in and outside the Richmond area. For more information, visit goteamexcel.org.